Hey guys, I'm going to show you how to make a checkerboard. There's a bunch of ways you could do it, but I think this is probably the easiest. So here's layer 1, which I added above my background. And I'm going to basically probably set up a few guides for myself. So I'm just going to set guides so I have the proportion of the overall checkerboard kind of lined up. And maybe for the checkers themselves too. So this is kind of snapping into place because I have view snap on. So it's helping me out a little bit. And I'll set the other, the length guide after I make a few squares. So I'm just going to use my shape tool with the default black in front. In my gear here, check square. You can set a size if you want. I'm just going to check square and let my guides help me. And I have no stroke and a fill of black. And so after I've made one, I can use my move tool, hold option, and just click and drag. And I want this to end, oops, and I want this to end on one of the squares. I don't want to get one cut off here. Maybe I'll make one more row. So I'm just letting go of both option and my mouse or trackpad each time so I'm just duplicating that shape basically. Right, and now, I'm going to go ahead and drag another guide out. Now you'll see it's not snapping to the shape. That's because I need to click on it. I have auto select chosen, and you'll see now that that layer is active, this is snapping to it. So same thing, I clicked on this one. There we go. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to perhaps make a selection that will snap to my guides here. And I'll make another layer under these, and I will fill it with white. So I'll click on this arrow or say X to switch those two. Use my paint bucket with foreground color, 100% opaque. And so I filled that in. And I'm going to I could merge these or I could group them. Either way is fine. I'm going to go ahead and merge them because I don't think I'll need to work back into this at all. So I just selected all of them, and I'm going to say layer, merge layers. Now I have a checkerboard here. I can clear my guides, and you'll see now, I'll even turn off the visibility of my background so you can see it. Now I could size this just like one shape. I could say free transform, hold shift. I can move it up to kind of where I think Hugo's the one I was doing this demo for. So where his finish line was. If I need this to be longer, I might even, like size it down even more and say, well, I really need it to be a longer checkerboard. All I need to do then is use my move tool again, hold option, click and drag, and voila. And we have two. I could even merge those together. So select them both, say Command E, there you go, finish line, and I can warp them together. So if you want it to be tilted, if you want it to be sort of curved, you can do that. Just edit, transform, warp. You can even choose a warp that's in here, maybe to not much degree, and that already looks pretty good. If I want to free transform and rotate it or something, no problem. I don't really want to. But now I could just put that over, wherever it belongs in my layers, put writing on top of it. I could lower the opacity or do adjustment layers to it. Whatever I need, now I have a pattern. We might even have that pattern. Also, who knows, in our patterns. Let's take a look. I'm not sure what it would be under. Maybe one of these patterns. Okay, not that one. Hey, there's checkerboard, but it looks like it's kind of weird. So anyway, easy way to make your own. This one looks a little bit bloated. But there you go. Hope that helps.